Professor Geofrey Wahungu, Director General of the National Environment Management Authority, better known as NEMA. Welcome to the JSO interview.
Thank you, John.
Professor, what were you before you became Director General a year ago?
John, before I became Director General a year ago, April last year, I was the founding Dean of the School of Environment and Natural Resources, Karatina University. Then it was a constituent college of Moi University.
I will read your mandate to you. You know it full well.
Thank you.
NEMA is a government parastatal established in 2002, I believe, to exercise the general supervision and coordination over all matters relating to the environment.
Sure.
What does that mean in reality?
John, what this means in reality is that NEMA is a supreme body on all matters that relate to environment. We work with other agencies, we call them lead agencies, that are directly involved in the sustainability of the environment. I'll give an example. For example, if you look, for example, at conservation, which is our mandate, we have Kenya Wildlife Service, or KWS, popularly known as KWS. We have Kenya Forest Service for forests. We have, for example, the Water Resource Management Authority, WARMA, for water, and many others. We work with a lot of lead agencies. If, for example, you look at counties and what used to be called before the county councils on waste management. So we have a wide range of lead agencies that we work with that implement our policies and who we supervise and coordinate for environmental sustainability.
So you're saying you tell your lead agencies what to do, you suggest what to do, but you have no hand in the implementation.
In a way, that's correct, John. We do follow up to the implementation, but our main mandate is to make sure that they do it or to follow up, because with regards to even the constitutional requirement, and if you look at following up on Article 42 of the Constitution, read together with the Article 69 to 72, that environment or clean and healthy environment is now a right for every citizen. So we have that mandate, and given that all these environment is wide and far-reaching, we have to make sure that we work with lead agencies, those who are directly related to that sustainability, and actually watch over them, really, so to speak, and make sure that they are doing the correct thing. And we have regulations.
You mentioned you are the watchdog body, and I would put it to you, Professor, that Kenya is a huge country, and this mandate, which you yourself have just explained, is just far too large. You can't manage it. One institution fed up of some sort of led by people sitting in an office in Nairobi or regional offices can't cope with water, forests.
You may think like that, John, but if you look at the keywords in what we do, the keywords are supervise and coordinate.
Right.
But for ourselves, we are spread across the 47 counties now. Actually, we are devolved ahead of even most other agencies. So we are able to coordinate and supervise. The implementation is what we try to make our partners do, and then we watch over them. So it's not really quite a difficult thing to do, but we just have to spread our influence almost everywhere. That sometimes too has challenges, I'm not denying that, but we try as much as possible to have good relationship with our lead agencies because they are the ones that implement.
Right, okay. Let's start off with the role, me taking on the role of Wanjiku, the man
Sure.
or woman in the street.
Yeah.
And these are some of the things that nominally NEMA has got something to do with.
Sure.
NEMA has got something to do with allowing people to build hotels and lodges in our major national parks, Amboseli, the Masai Mara, and now the understanding, anybody who wants to build a hotel can build one. The lions are running away because 1,000 people come to take pictures of them every day, and this cannot be sustained. NEMA was responsible for giving them the right to build those hotels, so they made a mistake.
John, I want to make it clear here that NEMA actually controls development. We are for sustainable development, which means development which is sustainable.
And I'm saying it's unsustainable. That yes. I began by saying, Professor, it's unsustainable. So you failed in that regard.
We haven't failed.
Or you acted too late. What's your rejoinder for that?
I would like to make it clear that we have various tools that we use. The first tool, John, is what is called a management plan. Whether it's a national park, whether it's a game reserve, whether it is a town, whether it's your own home, a plan is good. Because you can't have everything everywhere.
But Professor, we have to fast forward. We don't have the time, surely. I'm saying you've allowed things to get out of hand. That is my accusation.
I'll fast forward to and say now we are taking control of this. We have actually put moratoriums in most of the areas you are talking about. We have a moratorium in Aboseli which we put recently, as early as February this year. We have a moratorium which we are putting up, which is an old one which we are revising for Masai Mara. It is not a good thing, even tourists. If you compare our tourist income from Kenya and Tanzania, because of our mass tourism and hotels everywhere, it's unsustainable. We are trying to stop that. And a moratorium is a good thing. As we stop all development, or so to speak, we freeze development as we wait for management plans to come in place so that we are able to say, you can build your hotel here. You leave this as wilderness for animals to roam and where you can go game viewing, and you can build your houses or any other thing like manyatas or wherever in this area. So the area is zoned and you can actually accommodate everyone provided you tell them where to do their act. That is where we are going. And we have put moratoria, which means we've frozen.
Right, understood. NEMA has something to do with the building of massive highways, trying to open up the region to the community, and these roads are going through the national parks. Our animals, the great source of our tourist income, everybody comes to Kenya to see our wildlife, are being threatened by these massive roads. And NEMA could have put in structures to make sure that they went somewhere else. And again, they didn't do it, with the underlying accusation of corruption. For a certain amount of money changing hands, you can build a road wherever you want to.
John, I think that that is a little far-fetched, but I want to put the record straight too, that we have a tool on sustainable development called the Environment Impact Assessment. If you look at the history of Kenya, we have roads that are passing through conservation areas, because conservation areas are spread across the whole country. We have to have conservation areas, we have got to have roads. What is required is to accommodate and coexist the two with wild animals. Even design, positioning, design, all that is approved through an EIA process. We have conditions that we give to anybody who would like to have the national parks, roads passing through national parks. And those conditions will involve, among others, the design, alternative routing, if that should exist, and then we license only if the person building the roads agrees to those conditions. So basically that is where we start. And a lot of what you are seeing as, even us going to court with the proponents who have been unable to fulfill their license conditions, which they agreed in the first place, are unnecessary, because in the first place, these are clear and put out. The proponents read them early enough, they accept them, and all we expect is for them to follow.